Hello everyone, welcome to another video discussing all the MCQs for CA Inter Law. In this series, we are discussing MCQs chapter wise. So, up till now, we have discussed MCQs from the preliminary chapter. In my earlier session, I had discussed MCQs from prospectus and allotment. In case you have missed those lectures, I'm leaving a link in the description box. Do go and watch those lectures. We are discussing all the important MCQs chapter wise. In today's session, we are going to discuss MCQs relating to share capital and debentures. Okay, now, students, please go to my website capreetyagarwal.com. Just scroll and here you will find the blog section. Okay, click on the blog section, and over here you will find all the MCQs that I discuss in the lecture. Okay, so these are the MCQs from the first chapter. This is Basics of Company chapter 1, and these are the MCQs that we discuss. The discussion video is also linked here. Okay, so this is the case based MCQ which we had discussed, and this is the video discussing the MCQ. So in case you want to refer it in the future, here you will find the MCQs as well as the discussion video. So this is for the first chapter. Similarly, we have video for the second chapter, and the MCQs that we discussed today, you will find it in the blog section along with the discussion video. Okay, so that link is provided. So this is my website capreetyagarwal.com. We also have books, lectures and test series for CA Inter. So these are the lectures. We have various books for CA Inter. The main ones include the corporate and other law books. So this is the concept book. Compiler is a question bank, detailed question bank, which has all the answers in proper format, provisions, facts, analysis, conclusion. Along with the compiler, you will also get an MCQ smart book. Okay, so in this MCQ smart book, we have simple MCQs, case scenario based MCQs, the important ones I'm discussing here, but there are many questions which I have provided for practice. So that you will get free along with the CA Inter compiler. We have both soft copy as well as hard copy option. If you feel that, ma'am, exams are just around the corner, I will not be able to wait for the hard copy, you can also go for the soft copy. The books are updated for the Jan 25, May 25 and September 25 attempt. All right, students. So these are the two books. You also have a combo in case your attempt is in May or September 25. Then yes, you can also go for our combo. This combo has two books. One is the concept book and other is the compiler book. Smart book is also included here. Okay. So the law book, compiler and the smart book is included in the combo. Yes, so let us discuss the MCQs. Okay, so these are the MCQs. This is my MCQ smart book. From this, I have chosen a few MCQs. So we will discuss the ones which I feel are unique. They are important for exam. Let's start our discussion. Okay, so students, now what I would advise you is first try to solve the MCQ on your own. Okay, the link is already given. My blog section link I have already given. Go over there. These 15 MCQs are mentioned. First try and solve them on your own. I don't like spoon feeding. I encourage my students to solve these MCQs on their own. Okay, so solve these MCQs on your own and then come and let us discuss. All right. Now, the first MCQ which I have chosen is the first one from our from our MCQ book. That is, Corrupt Limited has received a request from Mr. Suresh for transfer of 100 partly paid up shares. Whenever you get a question wherein there are two parties, always identify the parties while reading the question. So over here, Mr. Suresh, he has transferred the share. He is the transferor. He has transferred it to Mr. Ramesh. Ramesh is the transferee. Now the company has received a request from Mr. Suresh. It means one of the parties is making request to the company. No intimation was received. Mr. Ramesh expired. Okay. Now, do you remember the provisions? Always when you read this, try to recall the provisions. when the shares are partly paid up shares. Okay, these are partly paid up. This also needs to be highlighted when you read the question. Okay, so when the shares are partly paid up and the request is received only by one of the parties for transfer, okay, only one of the parties has made a request for transfer, the transfer will not be effected unless a no objection is given by the transferee within 2 weeks. Okay, so over here the correct option should be option C. The company will not register the transfer without verification from Mr. Ramesh. So only when we receive the verification, that is no objection. Yes, I am aware that the shares are partly paid up. And yes, I consent. Okay, so unless and until we don't receive such kind of confirmation from him, no objection from him, yeah, I don't object, the partly paid up shares should be transferred in my name. I will pay the call money. Unless and until we don't receive a no objection, the company will not register the transfer. Okay, so that was the question which we identified. The next question which I have identified is Mr. Raman. The sequence may be here and there in the main book, but all the questions will be covered. Okay. So Raman, the original allottee of 2000 equity shares, has transferred the same to Ruchi. Okay, so Raman is the transferor. Always identify the parties first, and Ruchi is the transferee. The instrument was dated 21st of August 2020. It was duly stamped, signed by Raman and handed over to Ruchi. Okay. Advise Ruchi regarding the latest date by which the instrument along with the share certificate must be delivered to the company to register the transfer in the register of members. The instrument must be delivered to the company within 60 days from the date of execution of the transfer form. You can write it over here if you want. It must be delivered to the company. Okay, delivered to the company within 60 days from the execution. You need not write. See, this is how you will recall the provisions. Okay, execution of transfer form. You just write it in short. So if a theory question or a case-based question is asked, you will still be able to answer this because you've already revised the provision. Now, from 21st of August, we need to calculate 60 days. Okay. So 10 days of August, 30 days of September, and 20 days of October. So this brings me to 60 days. So the date latest by which the form should be submitted is 20th of October. Don't be in a hurry to solve these questions. MCQs should take you around 40 to 45 minutes. Give yourself time. Instead of, hurriedly solving everything, give yourself time and choose the correct answer. You will get your 1 mark, and MCQs are very scoring. Okay, so we should try to get maximum in MCQ. All right, the next question which I have identified, okay, the number I have mentioned here is 20. Other questions, they relate to deposits, then registration of charge. We will solve them later. Okay, now the company is a listed company. It has authorized capital of 25 lakhs. Okay, but the paid up capital is 20 lakh. All right, they plan to buy back the shares worth rupees 10 lakh. What is the maximum amount of equity, okay, that the company is allowed to buy? So in a financial year, you can buy back maximum 25% of the paid up equity capital, and 25% of 20 lakhs comes to 5 lakhs. So your correct option is option B. Did you get this answer? Yes. So buyback of equity shares in any financial year shall not exceed 25% of the total paid up equity share capital. All right. So that comes to 5 lakh. This was a very easy one. Yes. Not all the questions asked in the exam will be difficult. You will get easy questions also. The next question is question 32. Okay. The articles of a private company. Okay. So whenever you get a question wherein they have mentioned private or public company specifically, so we need to highlight that because the question may relate to specific provisions applicable to a private or a public company. The articles of a private company state that the company may issue preference shares which will have preference with respect to payment of dividend only, but not in case of repayment of capital. Okay, can a private company do that? Can a private company do that? See, section 43 says that the company may have two kinds of capital: equity share capital and preference share capital. Preference shares are those which have preferential rights of payment of dividend or repayment of capital at the time of winding up. But a private company may, by mentioning it in the memorandum or articles, they may provide that the section 43 will not apply to a private company. So in that case, if section 43 shall not apply is mentioned in your memorandum or articles of association, then yes, this may not apply. It is not compulsory that your preference shares should have priority in dividend as well as repayment of capital. That is just suggested by section 43. But if your article wants, you may give preference shares preference with respect to dividend, but you may decide not to give them preference with reference to the repayment of capital. That is absolutely fine, but only in case of private company. That is why it was important for us to highlight whether it is a public company or private company, because sometimes the provisions are applicable in that manner. Okay, then question 36. If a company has an authorized capital of 6 lakhs, paid up is 5 lakh, loan is 2 lakh, the state government has directed the company to convert the loan into equity, then the order will have the effect of increasing everything. The authorized capital will also increase, the paid up capital, the subscribed capital, everything will increase. Okay. The company bought back 10% of its equity shares in August 2020 due to certain miscalculation during the first buyback. They again bought back in September 2020. Okay, so in just 1 month. No, this is not possible. It cannot do so, because the gap should be at least of 12 months. Yes, the provisions relating to buyback are very important for exam. Next question is question 38. Swagat Hospitality defaulted in the repayment of last two installments. They cleared all the dues by repaying it. When can they issue? Okay, so there was a default. Okay, there was a default in repayment of the last two installment of the term loan. So you need to maintain at least 5 years. You need to maintain at least 5 years of cooling period. Yes, so 5 years of cooling period needs to be maintained. So since the time it was made good, add 5 years and then you can issue shares with differential rights. Okay. Then this relates to instrument of transfer. Have I no, this was already covered earlier also. Which is the next question? Question 40. All right. The company was incorporated on 27th of August. There were many subscribers. Decide by what time they need to deliver the share certificate to the subscribers. So section 56 subsection 4, it mentions that the subscribers must get the certificate within 2 months of incorporation of the company. So the company here was incorporated on 27th of August 2020. So within 2 months, that is 27 September, 27 October. So the correct answer is option C. Okay, it should be issued within 2 months. The next question which I have identified is question 41 from my book. Keshika, the original allottee, wants to transfer the shares to younger sister. So she is the transferor. Did you notice something? Many questions have been asked from transfer and transmission. MCQs are asked from transfer transmission, and few theory and case based is asked from this chapter. But many MCQs have been asked. Now these are all MCQs given by ICAI, plus I have added few other MCQs also. The transferor and transferee, she completed and submitted the documents on 17th. However, the company did not register the transfer. They did not even give a notice of refusal. So appeal is to be filed. Who can file an appeal? The transferee can file an appeal. So this is mentioned in section 58 of the Companies Act. I always prefer revising the provisions. Okay, because see, this is how you will go through the sections. You will try to recall the provisions, write it down, and this is writing practice. Okay, so the transferee can make an appeal to NCLT. That was the answer. And we have question 42. It's a simple one. We want to issue sweat equity shares to 5 of its employees for value addition. What is the lock-in period? Lock-in period is of 3 years from the date of allotment. It means it is not available for transfer. Sweat equity is discussed under section, yes, tell me, 54. Yes, sweat equity is discussed under section 54. Then we have question 43. While making an application to the tribunal for seeking confirmation in respect of extinguishing of the liability, the company has to file a certificate along with the application that the accounting treatment for the reduction of capital, okay, accounting treatment for the reduction is in conformity with the accounting standards. Suppose you have not studied this at all, or you are not able to recall. Now, who will give a certificate that the accounting standards have been complied with? A very logical answer: certificate will be given by the auditor of the company. So apply logic. Sometimes that works. It's a simple question. Who will give a certificate that the accounting standards is, yes, it is a key area of an auditor to check whether the accounts are prepared in by following the accounting standard. All right. Then these questions relate to deposits, which we will solve in the next lecture. I just want to solve the questions of uh, share capital and debentures. Then we have question 53. The company was engaged in offline coaching in it is one of the pioneers. It suffered loss, and on account of it defaulted in payment of the term loan. However, they adapted itself and now they are doing good. They cleared all the dues. They want to issue they want to issue equity shares with differential rights. When can the issue be made? We just discussed. Cooling period of 5 years should be maintained. This 5 years will be calculated from the end of the financial year in which the default was made good. So when was the default made good? On 31st of December 2023. So from 2023-24, we will calculate 5 years. So the correct answer is on or after 1st of April. Okay. So you can write over here 5 years from the end of the financial year in which the default was made. If you want, you can write 5 years from the end of the financial year in which the default was made good. Okay. I did not highlight this. This is option D. That is what I was wondering. I missed some. Shares issued by a company to its directors or employees for making consideration for making available know-how. This is sweat equity shares. Okay, this was one question. The company is desirous of issuing debentures carrying voting rights. You cannot under any circumstance issue debentures carrying voting rights. The company cannot issue, even if it is authorized by the memorandum or articles, you cannot issue debentures carrying voting rights. Okay, they are creditors. We cannot allow them to take decisions. Okay, so guys, with this we have completed all the MCQs. Please, in case you have missed any MCQ, go to the blog section of my website. And for books, lectures, and test series, you can purchase from the website. In case of any doubt, my number is given in the description. Do get in touch with me. Stay connected. And if you feel that, ma'am, I want you to go through my answer paper of an earlier attempt, so you can share it with me on my WhatsApp number. It is given in the description. I will be very happy to help you. You can send your corrected ICAI mark sheet and I will go through it and I will point out your mistakes. All right. So feel free to connect with me. I will see you in my next session wherein we will discuss the questions, the MCQs for registration of charges and acceptance of deposits. I'll see you there.